What is up, guys? We are back again on another video, and this is going to be an interesting one because I'm at work, as you can see, and here's my office, my desk, what I usually do. There's nothing over there, but there's stuff over there, and yeah, I'm the gatekeeper. So today's video, we are going to talk about the crash because some of you guys want to hear what my experience of crashing. And Sam is not here because he's at school. You know, I'm graduated and everything. You guys know. So, without further ado, let's get to it. So, how it happened was, my dad needed to go to work early, and he asked me to drop my brother off. And I said, yeah, of course, duh. And then, let's see. And so I dropped him off, but I did not drop him off. I dropped a few things off for my friends because they came back from vacation and I was babysitting their stuff. And, let's see. So, I dropped my brother off. I told my friends, hey, I got your stuff. And this was, oh, did I tell you guys I got a Tahoe? Back then, I had a 2003 Chevy Tahoe. Clean. But I have a picture of it. It's nice, and now it's not nice anymore. So, yeah, I texted them, and one of them said, "Hey, want to skip class? Like back in the day." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Don't. And this was like the first time they're gonna see the car, and then and I thought it was just gonna be me and him, so it was me and him, and apparently he asked his girlfriend, and then another friend came along, and then two more came, so 5 passengers, and including me, so that's 6. So I didn't know. I thought it was just gonna be me and him, but apparently more came. So we just drove around town, driving on Main Street back and forth like an old town usually is. There's like nothing else here, but it's okay. And so we kept on driving, and then after that, we decided to see how fast we can go, and we went on the road. We went on a road where there was like no cars, of course, and then we started to see how fast it can go. So a couple of my friends, they were wearing their seatbelts, and most of us, we weren't. I was one of them. I was not wearing a seatbelt. Sorry, I'm looking back, seeing if people are coming, and we start picking up the pace. It was going pretty fast. I mean, what's the difference between going 95 and on a new vehicle than going on a 95 on the previous vehicle? It was the same. And so top speed was at least 95, I think. I didn't see the speedometer. My friends were saying that we were going 95, so I guess we were going 95. And then we keep driving straight, and of course I drive through a stop sign, and then I didn't know there was gonna be gravel on like the end of the road. It was all pavement, of course. And then when we hit gravel going 95, the vehicle started to fishtailing, and when I realized, I was keeping the steering wheel straight and everything. And then after that, it kept on fishtailing and swerving, actually. And it was getting worse. So, of course, I slowed down the second we got on gravel and everything. I started to slow down. And then, started to realize. And then, it just kept on getting worse. We were going too fast. The vehicle was slowing down slightly, kind of. And then, we almost hit a pole. electrical pole. So I turned the steering wheel the other way, but I didn't turn it like aggressively or like a madman or something like that. So, and then after that, we started sliding to the side. And then as I realized, as Doc Hudson said, turn right to go left. And so the vehicle was turning right, and I turned the steering wheel left, and then I told everyone, hang on, as like a calm hang on, like what I don't know how I said hang on calmly. And then we started rolling 2.5 times. My eyes were closed the entire time, and all I could hear was the vehicle crashing. I can hear my vehicle crashing and everything. And then so we flipped twice, of course, and then we landed in a ditch, and we're in the countryside too, so it's just a river that flows and feeds the crops. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, we landed in the ditch, and then water was still there too. It was like 6 inches of water. And then I open my eyes, and I see everyone crawling. I see one of my friends crawling out, and so I was like, oh, okay, at least they're crawling out, everyone's safe. I look around, and there's no one in the vehicle except me, and I was trapped in there. I was trapped under the vehicle, and then I hear voices. I hear people talking. He's like, are you okay? And it's like, yeah. That was to them. And then I was just knocked out. I was out, kind of. For some reason, didn't have energy or anything. I was trapped under the steering wheel. Well, the steering wheel was next to me, next to my head. I didn't know any of my conditions. I see my left leg, it was cut. I was like, okay. I look at my wrist, and it was also cut. I was like, okay, it doesn't look that bad. And I mean, I see blood on my wrist. I see blood like dripping. Well, no, not dripping. It was just 40 minutes later, yeah, in the hospital. All right, back to it. I was under there. I was covered in water, of course, and yeah, my wrist was bloody, leg was bloody. One of my friends, they were like looking for everyone, and they all saw each other. They all got together, and one of my friends started calling 911. And as they did, they were looking, and then they told, oh yeah, we have this person, and then they finally got to me. They looked around, see if I was in the vehicle, shouted my name, and I was just laying there and just letting it all come to me. Reality did not kick in until like 4 minutes later, after we all flipped. And a lot of regret, a lot of doubts, a lot of everything just came through. They all said my name, and I finally said yeah. And one of my friends saw my other hand. It was visible. They saw my hand, and I told them, yeah, I'm okay. And then, and then someone came by with their side-by-side, I think, or four-wheeler, and helped all my friends to come out of the vehicle. And he said that they'll go get help and everything. And I don't even know who was there, who was that person. Can't really make a video at work, but here I am. So, shout out to that guy. So, yeah, reality did not kick in until 4 minutes later. And then I started just regret and everything. And then first thing, my dad, I was thinking, my dad's gonna kill me. So there I was, laying down. Yeah, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but hopefully I'm not. So yeah, everyone was out. They saw my hand, and then they one of them called 911. Everyone was there. And then they finally came, the ambulance and the firefighters and the cops, of course. They all came, and then they all took him out. Everyone that was outside of the vehicle, they all went to the hospital. And then after that, it was just me. It was just me, and there was this lady that crawled into the vehicle and checked up on me. He was like, "Hey, are you okay? What's your name? What's today's date?" And then she also said, "Hey, I need towels. He's wet and he's wounded." And then my friend's mom, she was there, and she's the one that gave me the towels. Shout out to her. She's the best. And I just, a lot of regret. She was telling me if I was okay, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm alright," blah blah blah. And I was just not having it. Not having it. Also, this whole thing was recorded on Snapchat, so that's why it's been cutting here and there. And yeah, I started saying sorry and what have I done and stuff, and just kept on repeating myself. And then she said, "Do you have a concussion?" I was like, I don't know. I never had a concussion. What is that? Oh, never had a concussion. So, firefighters came in. They broke the rear window. Tried to see if they could take me out from the trunk, but they couldn't because of the seats and there was stuff in the back. And then they had the idea to take me out of the passenger door. So they used some kind of device to clip off the door, and they dragged me from there. But when they were gonna drag me out, I was like, "Oh, my neck," because it was sore and everything. My whole body was sore. So I was like, my neck. Oh, and I kept on asking about my friends. And all I cared was my friends. I didn't care about the vehicle anymore. I didn't care about myself at that moment. I just cared about my friends in that moment. So I kept on asking them, "Where's my friends? Are they okay?" And everything. And they're like, "Yeah, they're fine. They're going to the hospital now." And I was like, "Okay, good." And one of the firefighters, they grabbed my foot, and they were like, 1, 2, 3, and then they dragged me out. I was like, ah! I was in pain, but I didn't know how bad I was. So they dragged me out of the river, out of the ditch, and they put all 6 firefighters, I think, had to put me on the stretcher and I was like, but I'm too big for a stretcher, because I'm big. And it took I think 6 or 5 people to lift me up and out of the ditch. Ugh. And they stripped me. This is embarrassing. Or disclaimer, advice. They ripped my clothes off, and I was like, "Hey, no, don't, please." Oh my gosh, they ripped my clothes off, and I was just like, "No, don't do that." And I was just cold. I was shivering and timbering. And then they put me in the ambulance. I was like, "Fuck, this is gonna be a big bill. And They started putting tubes in me and everything in the ambulance. I was like, no, get this off me. I'm fine. No, I'm trying to be a tough guy. Because no, I don't need tubes in my body. So they all did anyways. I couldn't really move or anything. And they asked me questions, what's today's date and everything, and I was like, oh yeah, today's date is this date, which is October 30th, by the way. The day before. I'm so sorry. And I just kept on being guilty. Because that's all I could do. And that's how I felt. Saying sorry to them was nothing. It meant nothing. It was just a word. She was like, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just happy that you guys are okay and safe. And that you guys are not dead yet. And I was like, I'm still sorry. I started freaking out. She had to leave the room. And then I started calming down. My mom, well, the mom, my mom that's a nurse, I think. She was like, hey, it's okay, breathe. And I was like, Mom, what have I done? Just more guilt. And like time passes, and then my grandma comes. And then before that, my grandma moved to California, and she's visiting for the holidays. And like a week later, after I got in a wreck. But yeah, she comes in. I was like, Grandma, I'm so sorry. What have I done? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for you to see me like this on vacation, on your vacation, and I'm so sorry and everything. And I just kept on saying sorry left and right. My grandma was like, it's okay, you're okay, everything's okay. She was calm about it. And I wasn't. My mom calmed me down more, and I could feel the gas mask. I think they were putting me to sleep, but I kept on fighting. I was like, no, my eyes were closing and everything. And I was like, no, I'm fighting this, and I did fight it. Try to put me to sleep. No, knock me out like that. So I was awake the entire time, and they gave me warm blankets and everything. So then, and then, kept on asking about my friends. That's all I cared about. Saying sorry and asking about my friends. Then like 20 minutes later, my dad comes in the room, and I see him, and he's, I don't want to see him like that. I don't want to scare him like that again. Oh man. It was a moment of myself, and seeing my dad hurt like that, seeing my dad scared like that, it for sure meant a lot to me and what I've done. And then after that, two cops came in and was like, hey, I'm officer this name. And he said, what happened? And I told him I was like breathing heavily too. I was mumbling. I was like, speeding. I was speeding fast, and I was swerving. He's like, oh yeah, fishtailing. He's like, yeah. And then one thing just flipped. I mean, that was basically it. Speeding, fishtailing, and then flipped. That's it. And then he's like, okay, that's all I got. And I wanted to say more. I needed to tell him the full story, but I couldn't do it. So, my brother, like 30 minutes later, came in. I see him crying. My grandpa was there too, and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's acting like it's a normal day. Acting like it's a normal day. So I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Try to play it cool, but you know. And then everything's starting to calm down. And I kept on asking, where's my friends? They're doing okay. And after I calmed down, your boy Sam Walker, he skipped school for me. Like he left class and went straight towards the hospital. I think he walked. I don't remember, but he went to the hospital and stayed there till it was time for him to work. And it was like around 10 or 9. 9. It was like around 9. And then like around 10, I think he showed up. Or 10:30 or something like that. So, yeah, he stayed by my side the entire time. And then I started calming down. The families of the families of my friends, they all came. They all saw me. I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry." And I was like, "It's okay. It was an accident. You didn't mean to. And we don't hate you. We're just happy that you guys are okay." I was like, "Okay, thank you, but I'm still sorry. And there's nothing I can do. Well, that's literally nothing. That's all I could say is I'm sorry." And just, he said, "It's okay. Accidents happen." I was like, "Yes, they do. And I'm just stupid. And I'm sorry for putting your kid in danger." And it's like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay." And I was like, "Okay." And then, time flies. And then it was time to check up on my... So I look at my wrist, and it's just cut. It's cut. And I was like, that's a scar. So it's cut. And then I lift up the blanket, and my leg is cut too. I was like, oh, it doesn't look that bad. And then they were like, oh, my dad went on my left side. My whole left side was messed up. We flipped on my side, driver's side, and my left side had it the worst. And my dad took a picture of my left leg. He showed it to me, and it looked like it's been on a cheese grinder. I was like, shoot. And I was like, holy crap, I thought it was worse. I thought it wasn't that worse. Not that bad. He was like, no, it's pretty bad. I was like, dang. And it's deep too. It's deep. It's a mark for sure. So I couldn't really do much. Sam was the entire... I tried cheering myself up with Sam. I talked to him like basically almost the whole time. So, yeah. Sam was just there for me and everything. And it was just really nice seeing him. And of course, my other friends that had vehicles and they weren't in the crash, they all visited me and my other friends and of course their friends too. And seeing them on my bed, on the bed that I think I was gonna die, kind of, because sometimes it was kind of hard to breathe, sometimes it wasn't. So it was nice seeing all my other friends come and see me. I was happy about that, and they were like, "Okay, thank you, and goodbye." And then time flies. I guess it's just me in the ER, and my friends in the ER. Sam's there, my family's there. More friends come by here and there. My friends' parents come by here and there. Doctors everywhere. It's a busy day for them. And then there was a moment with my dad. I told him, "What have I done? And I'm sorry." He's like, "It's okay. I don't know." And he was in there. He was in that stage. He was in his mind. And seeing him like that it broke my heart. It breaks my heart. But told him what have I done, and then he kind of of course he got mad at me and everything. Just try to be to ourselves. Try to be talking to each other. What's going on? uh, people, my friends, the like around like 3 or something, my friends started to leave, and I was like, "Oh, are they leaving still?" I mean, no, are they leaving? They're like, "Yeah, they're leaving." I was like, "Can I see them?" It's like, "No." It's like, "It's okay. I don't think I should see them." And then two of my friends got life lifted to up north and I didn't know who they were except that I knew one of them was my friend that said, "Hey, want to go skipping? Want to skip?" And he was one of them, and the other one was the person that got ejected out of the vehicle. And yeah, it was her and that friend. And I was more guilt came through when I heard the news about them being life lifted. They also they also thought I was gonna be life lifted. The medical, the doctors and the nurses. They all said, "Hey, you might be going to life lifted." I was like, "Why? Might be going up north." I said, "Why?" It's like, "Cause you got a big cut on your head." I was like, "Oh, a big cut." Sheesh. How big we talking? They said 6 centimeters, but but when I got warmer, the blood started coming out. Yeah, you know. And they put 14 staples on my head, and I could feel. Yeah, I can still feel the bump. The bump is still there. And I was like, cut my head open. My wrist is effed. My back is effed. My neck was effed. My leg was effed. I was like, dang. My back was sore. My neck was sore. It was alright because in time it started to go away, and I stretched it out and everything. So, around around like almost three. Sam had to leave because he had work. It was that time. So, like about like 40 minutes later, it was my turn to leave. But yeah, I almost did get life lifted, and I was like, no, I can't. I cannot go. So you kind of have to. I was like, I cannot go. And it was on my day off too. The first day of my day off of working, you know. Day off. That's how you started. Oh well. And so they also thought they were gonna put me on, like they're gonna look after me for a whole day, which means like I need to stay in for the night. I was like, no. I mean, that would be nice, but no. But I did it. I was okay. I was good to go. And they showed me the bag of my clothes that they ripped. Man. Yeah. They showed me the bag. It's like, you want to keep these? And I was like, no. Well, I was like, maybe. And then I look, and I was like, yeah, no. Those things are not good anymore. So, yeah, I just told them, throw them away. And they gave me just hospital clothing, which is paper. So, they gave me, I think a wheelchair? Yeah, they gave me a wheelchair. And they just got me out of the vehicle, like, took me in the vehicle. And then, now it was just me and my dad in the car. I was getting nervous. I was like, oh, what is he gonna say? Oh, he's gonna yell at me. I was like, yeah, but I kind of deserve to get yelled at. So I was getting ready. I was like, but he was just worried and chill, and we just had a talk. It's like, hey, it's okay. Accidents happen. I'm just happy you're okay. And I was getting scared. I was getting more scared because usually when something like this or something like that, he yells. Well, of course he's gonna be a dad. He yells at me for the stupidest things. But yeah, it just got me more scared for him to be calm. I was like, what? So yeah, I guess that's it. Went to the house and I laid on my bed for the entire week and a half. And then I went to my local chiropractor, get my back straight, cause then I was uneven. But my neck is good. I'm moving. I got no broken bones, which is surprising. It's crazy. All that because I'm fat. Alright? Being fat has some ups. Alright? And there are some downs because, the stamina. You can't run fast. But, anyways. Enough with the fat jokes. So, I think that's it. That's all I can remember that day. The next day I visited one of my friends that called, and we just chit chatted. It was like, how's everyone? Is there like, oh, they're doing good. And throughout that entire week, the entire time that I was recovering, I just felt guilty. I felt depressed, guilty, and everything. And of course I didn't have a phone, so I had to buy a new one. But yeah, I felt guilty the entire time. I deserved whatever I needed to be deserved, I guess. I just feel like I needed justice from putting my friends in danger, you know. I'm bloated. So, yeah. I just felt like I needed justice. I feel like I needed to turn myself in. But I didn't. Your homie is home free. No. Well, I gotta go to court, so soon. It's okay though. We're almost there. We're this close for this whole thing to be out of the way. And I got nothing else to say. That's the whole story. I want to say thank you for supporting us. Thank you for the views, the likes, the comments, and thank you for subscribing. And like we all say, subscribe, like, and without further ado, I will see you guys. Well, me and Sam, we will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.